Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Today in this recording, inshallah, we are going to read together the last surah in the Quran. It's called Surat An-Naas. Surat An-Naas is surah number 114. We start Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wa bis-salah ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. ونحمده سبحانه وتعالى ونشكره الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله الحمد لله رب العالمين for all his blessings towards us. Let us see the surah. The surah consists of 6 ayahs, okay, and all the ayahs ends with an alif seen at the end. Ayah number 1, الناس 2 الناس 3 الناس 4 الخناس 5 الناس 6 الناس. So they all end with the word الناس, but ayah number 4 ends with the word الخناس. Okay, let's move to ayah number 1 and let us start reading the ayahs. As we all know and noticed that the 3 last surahs, they end with the same word, قل. قل means say. So it starts with a qaf dhamma and then a lam. Qaf is an elevated letter and the lam is a lowered letter, harf mustafil. And again, I'm gonna mention, please try not to say it a kaf. Okay, don't say kul. Kul is eat and qul means say. Okay, so it's qul. Return your lips after the dhamm. Return your lips to its normal situation to pronounce the lam. Qul, and then a'udhu. 2 counts for the waw because it's harf mad and it's a. A'udhu. Get your tongue, the tip of the tongue outside, touch the edge of the upper 2 teeth to pronounce the letter dhal. Otherwise, it's going to be pronounced za. A'udhu, and this is not correct. A'udhu. And then bi rabbi. Here we have shadda ba. So we are going to pronounce 2 ba, ba sukun and a ba kasra. Bi rabbi, bi, ba kasra, bi. So don't say be. Be is not a correct pronunciation. Bi, and then here the ra is elevated. Ra, bi rabbil, bil. But here we are not going to pronounce the lam. Hamzatul wasli is not pronounced, and also the lam is not pronounced because it's lam shamsiyya and it has no sign on top of it. So the lam is not going to be pronounced. I'm going to move from the ba kasra to the noon shadda. Bi rabbin nas. Here we have 2 counts because of the ghunna. It's a double ghunna. Noon shadda, it has the highest ghunna, the noon shadda and the mim shadda. So we say bi rabbin nas. Here I can extend it 2 or 4 or even 6. Mad aarid lis-sukun. What does this mean? It means that because I stopped here and harful mad is before the last letter, I can extend, because of the stopping, I can extend this alif, harful mad, 2 counts, but with conditions, 4 counts or 6 counts. And in general, I choose to read it 4 counts because it's easier for all of us, inshallah. So, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. The sin is going to be a sukun and it has rakhawa, so it's going to run. The sound of the sin is going to run. Nas, okay? It has a whistling sound that we have to show. Nas, okay? And then Maliki, we have a fatha, and then we have a kasra and another kasra. So be careful. Maliki, li, lam, kasra, li. So Mali, and then ki. Hamzatul wasli, as we always mention, when we are connecting, we are going to drop pronouncing it, and the lam also in this word is going to be dropped. Malikin nas. Make sure if you are going to choose 4 counts all the way, okay, it has to be all the way. Whatever you choose, you're gonna choose it for all your reading. So if we choose 4, then we stick to the 4 counts. So here it's gonna be 4, he is gonna be 4, all the way it's going to be 4 counts. 2 counts for the ghunna, don't forget this. Malikin nas. And the sin is going to be sukoon, the sound is going to run. And then ilahi, ilahi. Here we have 2 counts because of this alif saghira, small alif, and it's called alif khanjariya. Ilahin, also the same thing. I'm going to cancel hamzatul wasli and the lam. Ilahin nas. He. And again we go back to the same words. Ikhfa haqiqi, noon coming after it, a sheen. So there will be a ghunna and it's ikhfa haqiqi. Be careful. Pronounce a proper kasra. Mi, min sharril, ril. This is going to be cancelled, hamzatul wasli, and I'm going to move from the ra kasra to the lam sukoon. Ril, and then wasil. Again. من شر الوسواس. The sukoon has, the sin has a sukoon and the lam has a sukoon. The lam here has tawassut. It's an in-between letter. Remember the in-between letters? It needs a little bit of time to be pronounced. Not like al-huruf al-shadida, not like the letters that has shidda. Okay? But what about the sin sukoon? The sin sukoon has rakhawa. It has softness. Okay? It runs. So the running time of the sin is longer than the running time of the lam sukoon. Let's read it again. من شر الوسواس. 2 counts for the alif. And the waw, be careful. Wa, not wa. Waswasil. Same thing. Gonna drop hamzatul wasli. We're gonna move from the sin kasra to the lam sukoon. Sil. And then kha, this letter is elevated. Remember the letters of elevation? Khussa, dagtin, qadh or qidh. So it's kha, sil, khan. 2 counts for the ghunna. 4 counts. Mad arid للسكون. Okay. من شر الوسواس الخناس. الذي. Here, because we are starting with Hamzatul Wasli, we're going to read it. So it's going to be pronounced Hamza Fatha. Alla, no ghunna, be careful. الذي, 2 counts for the ya, harf mad, a ya sukoon with a kasra before it, so it's 2 counts extended. The, be careful to pronounce the dhal properly. Get the tip of the tongue outside, touching the edge of the upper 2 teeth. The, الذي. This is a lam shadda, so I pronounce a lam sukoon and the lam fatha. الذي, and then يوسوس. We have a dhamma and then a fatha, a sin sukoon, kasra, and a dhamma. So this wow kasra, we need to give it more attention to be pronounced properly. Wisu. The sin has this beautiful sound of the whistling sound. So try to show it. Wisu. Fi, 2 counts here. We are going to pronounce the ya, harful mad, because there's no sukoon coming after it. Fi, and then we have a sad dhamma. First of all, the letter sad is one of the elevated letters, harf tafkhim, harf mufakham at all times, but it has a dhamma. So be careful not to use your lips while you are pronouncing the letter sad. Don't say so. Of course, we are using our lips in the dhamma, okay? But for example, in Al-Ikhlas, okay, in Surat As-Samadiyya, the word As-Samad, it's just an example, okay? So try not to use your lips pronouncing the sad. As-sa. So even here, so, it's not like that. It's so do. This is an elevated letter, but the dal is not. So it's so do. 2 counts for the waw because it's mad al-tabi'i, a waw sukoon, after it a dhamma, and then we have a ra kasra. Fi sudurin nas. 2 counts for the ghunna, cancelling both Hamzat al-Wasli and the lam. And then we have the sin, okay? This is going to be, you can have it 2, 4, or 6, but 2 has, if you are going to just extend it 2 counts, there are other rules that we have to follow. Special rules if you choose to just extend it for 2 counts. And then here the sin is going to be, as the whole of the surah ending with a sin, sukoon. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. And then min al, Hamzatul Wasli is dropped, and the lam is going to be pronounced because it's lam qamariya. It doesn't have a sukoon letter after it. In the case of this word An-Naas, we have a noon shadda, so the lam is sukoon, came after it another sukoon letter, which is the noon. So this is why the lam is dropped in the pronunciation. But here, the lam is not dropped because the letter that came after it has a movement. It's not a sukoon letter. So we say minal, And then G, we have a Jim Kasra. We have to be very careful with the Jim Kasra. Otherwise, it can sound like a sheen. Wrong pronunciation. Minal, chin, chin. It's something between the Jim and the sheen. Okay, and they are pronounced from the same makhraj. They have the same exit. They share the same exit, but they have different characteristics. Okay, so be careful. The Jim is harf shadid and the sheen is harf rikhw. The sound runs. So min al jinnati, jinnati. The noon has a ghunna, 2 counts. And also the same thing here with the ta kasra. Don't make the hams, the air, the whisper, that is one of the characters of the ta. Don't make it a lot of air, otherwise it will also sound like a sheen, especially that it has a kasra. It will sound like this, chi, chi, and here, chi, same sounds. And here, if it has a kasra, chi, she. So we have to differentiate between those 3 letters. Jin from the middle part of the tongue, min al jinnati, ti. Okay, and then wan nas, same word. We get rid of the alif, we get rid of the lam, and we pronounce a 2 counts ghunna and 2 or 4 or 6 the mad arid lis-sukun. Mad arid lis-sukun means that we extended on the condition of stopping. If I'm going to continue, I'm going to say في صدور الناس من الجنة. Okay? So because I'm stopping at the end of the ayah, I am going to extend it to 4, 6 counts, but the 2 is according to certain rules. One last comment here. We have the word al, paradise, al-jannah, right? We know this word. We know this word, al-jannah, paradise. But this is not jannah, it's jinnah. And what differs is the kasra. Be very careful with the kasra here. It's al-jinnah, not al-jannah. Al-jinnah are the devils. We are seeking refuge from Allah. We are seeking refuge from Allah against the devil. Okay? So al-jinnah are the devils. Wan-nas. There are shayatinul insi wal jinn. So this is called jinnah. Min al-jinnati wan-nas, and the people. Okay? I think we mentioned most of the things that I wanted to mention regarding this surah. And I hope that you benefit from what I'm trying to offer. If you have any questions, it's my pleasure to receive your questions on our questions and answers group on Telegram. And I'll see you soon. I thank you so much for your attendance and attention. And I'll see you soon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.